I was scared. I was very scared, terrified. Even though my daughter was there, I was still scared. And I said, Lord, if this is my time, I'm glad I'm going home to you. Well, I was on the phone with my best friend at the time. It was in July. And I touched my stomach on the right side of my abdomen, and I felt this hard knot. And I said, whatever. I have a physical coming up. I'll let her check it out then. I'm not going to stress myself about it. So my best friend is basically yelling at me in my ear, you need to go to the doctor. And I'm like, girl, please be quiet. I got an appointment in August. I'll go then. Well, needless to say, when I went in August, it was there, but I noticed that it was growing bigger. So I pointed out to my doctor. I said, hey, I have this knot on my right side in my abdomen. So she said, all right, let's do a CAT scan to find out what's going on. She said, because you're a person that knows your body, so I'm going to take your word for it. We went and did the CAT scan. She called me in her office on September 13th, where my life changed. And she said to me, blunt out, you have ovarian cancer. So then I went home, told my family, and my daughter said to me, Mom, I'm going to get a second opinion. And I said, I agree. I said, you know what? We're going to go. My father passed away 2 years ago with colon cancer, and he went to Sloan Kettering. So I said, let's go to Sloan. They deal with this every day. If they tell me I have it, I will accept it because they do it every day. Then I went to Sloan, met them. I said, God, give me a team that will work with me. And he did. I met these wonderful doctors at Sloan. He said, all right. He looked at my CAT scan. He goes, I don't approve of your CAT scan. He goes, you really can't see it. It's not strong enough for me to tell what it is, but I do see a mass. So thank God we did the ultrasound from the other doctor. He said, okay, you have a mass. And at this point, this mass was 16 by 9 by 17 centimeters big. So it was pretty big. So on October 26th, we had surgery. And that's when it hit me. If the pleural effusion is not going to get me, this could. So I was scared. I was very scared, terrified. Even though my daughter was there, I was still scared. And I said, Lord, if this is my time, I'm glad I'm going home to you. You have brought me a mighty long way. And I said, but please touch the doctors and all those that are working on me, Lord. Just, if it's meant for me to be here, just have them get me through. But when I woke up in recovery 4 hours later, I was so happy. I literally was under the blanket touching to make sure I was alive, just to make sure. And I said, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. I'm here with my family. This thing is out. But I'm not out of the woods yet because we don't know if it's cancerous or not. So then I'm doing my normal, healing and everything and keeping my faith and all. And the phone rings from my oncologist. Now my heart's beating because this is the results. This is more terrifying than anything I've ever been through. And I must have been very soft whispered, and I said, Lord, take control of this conversation. This is yours. I'm giving it to you. Just take reins. And when I heard her say these words, she said, your biopsy came back. She says, you don't have cancer. You're on a low spectrum of cancer. She says, matter of fact, you don't even have a cancer cell in your body. I don't know if I rejoiced or shouted, but I started to cry. I said, people that don't believe in God don't know him. This is miraculous. This is something that could have been bad for me, could have been worse. But because I kept my faith and I kept him in front of me at all times, he healed me basically without me even going through anything. And she said these words, you're the first person I've ever seen come out of ovarian cancer not needing chemotherapy. And I said to her, ma'am, I serve a powerful, mighty God. That's the only reason why I made it through this. The grace and mercy that he's given to me